Hey, howdy, happy day. For a long time, I've been telling people, take your money out of the bank, lots of money, take it all out if you can, and pay people in cash. So a lot of guys have tried that, and they said, wow, it's pretty difficult. Firstly, you have to get the money from the bank, and they say, why do you want it? It's not your business. We have to know why you wanted large sums of money, and everybody gives you pushback. And then when you do get the money, you go to people, contractors, people you owe money to, whatever, and say, here's the cash. They say, you all must be drug dealers. And it's interesting how it's kind of gone on, right? But a lot of people are standing fast. Now, if you're taking money to the United States, a lot of Canadians I know are doing that. They're saying, we've had enough of this Trudeauism. We're moving now. If you take $1 million, you lose money. With the exchange, you end up with about $740,000. Wow. So $1 million became $750,000 almost, and on it goes. So let me show you a little bit of money. Money is kind of cool. Cash is king, right? There is $100,000 of Canadian money. Bzzzt. I like that. And there's more. So again, if you take $1 million and take $1 million, and pretty soon it's $750,000. How do you feel about that? How do you like your government? There's handfuls here that I can't do, pardon me. So that's what it's all about, and that means you got to vote right from now on and keep taking your money out of the bank and give pushback. When they say, hey, what do you do with your money? It's not your business. If you think I'm doing something bad, phone the police. How many people are drug runners? How many people, a lot, I know, but percentage-wise, how many people are money launderers? That's the first thing they say, could be laundering money. And I say, whatever, if you have any evidence, call somebody. Otherwise, it's my money, leave me alone. We don't want to do plastic anymore because the government is going to come in and make us all plastic and there won't be any more cash. Just sharing with you, hey, it is difficult to live around those who are different from us. They have different opinions, right? Politically, I'm talking about the differences are so great that we are effectively from different planets. I had to write this down. It's profound. My planet is the right planet. Theirs is the wrong planet, and it's located far left of the moon. Left-wingers, basically, they're out of this world. And you know what? They don't listen to anything we say or want. It's their way or the highway. And that's not very nice because they're left-wing wackos. So we have to fix them as well as all the banks and everything else. Hey, here's a woman in Maryland. She's a Democrat, of course, and she declares that white women, and she's black, should be struck from leadership to dismantle this racist system that women have done. It's kind of interesting because they've always been after the white man. And if you're a Christian and white and a man and straight, oh boy, you got troubles, right? Right. But now they're going after women. And I find that so interesting because that's in the news all of the time, with the exception of Jane Fonda, because of course she's a nut, continues to be. She says it is white men that are the problem for climate change. You should arrest them and you should jail them. Okay, Jane, we'll listen to everything you say, you little commie girl. She's your typical socialist, the definition of which, of course, is let's all be equal as long as I have more. And she's kind of good at that. And now men are bad. But still, back to the woman thing, so many left-wingers are now saying that it's the women's fault. Wow, they're just not aiming at the right people. And here's a person, a Democrat Maryland City Council member, who says white supremacists are bad and white women are bad. And this is another one, and it goes on. And she's a public school teacher, former one, before she got elected, I guess. And now she says that we have to get rid of all the white people and we have to have black people only. A bunch of bigots. Why don't you go talk like that if you're white and see what happens? You know what? I didn't know I was a racist till the government told me. I think everybody would get along just fine if they'd get out of our bloody way. Blah. And then in Canada, you have this leftist weirdness thing going on. It's Pride Month there, apparently. In a lot of different places, you're supposed to support them. What does that mean? I don't support their lifestyle. I don't support the liberal lifestyle either. So does that make me bad? I don't think so. That just makes me me. Everybody should be allowed to be them. And anyway, back to Canada, there's a teacher at the Londonderry Junior High School in Edmonton who just unloaded on students and said, you have to go to parades, and if you're not in favor of this movement, you're not Canadian and you shouldn't live here. That teacher shouldn't live there. Teacher, I don't know, even Venezuela is too good of a place for that teacher. California bill Again, I'm talking about the craziness of the world, and we'll get to how we can fix it, and that is to get rid of these crazy people and don't give them so much press, which means we have to take over the media, all of us right folk. Because in California now they're acting like all these other liberals. They're saying any parent who doesn't agree with me about transgenderism, if a child, 5-year-old, 6-year-old, pick the age, a child wants to change because somebody influenced them in school and they come home, went to school as a boy and came home as a girl, verbally at least, the parent, if you talk them out of it, it's called child abuse, and the parent will be charged. There's almost no words for that. And in France, as so many other places, people show up with knives and they stab people, hurt people. And there was a recent situation here in Paris where a guy came up and stabbed several people, and one of them was a victim. One of the victims was a 22-month-old baby boy. So what do? These same people say, we want gun control. Gun control could work if there was crime control, but good guys can't control the out-of-control bad guys, so gun control should be the aim of the good guy to the bad guy and kill the bad guy. Now the good guys then are in control. Did you get all that? I wrote that down, special, just for you. Lastly, this Weinstein, they get in all the trouble, he's in jail kind of like forever with women. He kind of messed up his plea because in today's world, you don't have to fight like he fought. All you have to do is say, I identify as a woman. And that's it. The new rule is that you can't be a woman and refuse to touch a naked man as long as that man identifies as a female. All he had to do was say, I identify as a female. And based on some recent cases, he would have been fine. Probably would have got an award. What a screwed up world we were living in. Hey, blah! How do we fix it again? Vote right, right? Ha. See ya.